Hello everybody, so before you watch this video, I kind of wanted to make a little bit of an update of a statement that the head of the Recording Academy put out on the report now, that basically he said about, not many women winning Grammys, that if women want to win Grammys, they should work harder next year and make better music. Oh my gosh, which I kind of laughed and I kind of took seriously. It was like, in my opinion, I do think some of the women did take out pretty good music, but whatever he wants to think. So anyways, get ready for my rant in 3, 2, 1.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. I am disgusted. You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurting feelings.
Hi. I just saw the Grammys and I'm not happy about the results. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're not happy with the results either. Let's get a few things out of the way. And I hope you agree with me. Kesha was robbed, Gaga was robbed, Lorde was robbed, and Jay-Z was robbed. Why don't we include him there too? He was robbed too. A lot of people were robbed, and a lot of people who did not deserve Grammys got Grammys, unfortunately. So I really wasn't planning to watch the Grammys this year because not that many interesting people were going. Spill the tea there. Not that many interesting people were going. I love Gaga and I love Kesha and I love Miley and Elton John, so I maybe would have sporadically watched it just for them, but I ended up sitting through the whole thing. I ended up sitting through the whole thing and I saw everything, and I was keeping up with the winners that they were announcing prior to the award ceremony beginning and seeing who was winning, who wasn't winning. And everybody was robbed, and just like the meme, I am disgusted, I am horrified, I cannot believe it. I really cannot believe it. The Grammys really failed, not just myself, but many people all over the world this year. It was a shit show, let me just say that. It was horrible. I think it was one of the worst ones this year. It really was. Last year, it was still redeemable. Last year was still redeemable, and it was still watchable just because Adele was there, and obviously when she's there, I'm glued to the TV. I'm glued to the TV. I'll watch it for her. She won all of the awards that she definitely deserved. Don't fight me for Lemonade. That's just my personal opinion. I think Adele definitely deserved it because it was an album that took her a long time and a lot of soul searching to get through. So I was happy with those results. I definitely was happy, and I even made an entire video last year this time around where I explained to you guys why Beyonce didn't win Album of the Year or any of the big awards at the Grammys. I even did an entire video explaining that because I was that defensive of Adele winning, and I was so proud of her, and she did it. But this year, I thought I was gonna do the same thing for a few people who won, but unfortunately I'm making a different kind of video. First of all, let me get one thing out of the way, and honestly it's gonna be the biggest one. It was the biggest rob, the biggest act of thievery I've ever seen at the Grammys. I cannot believe it. In what world is Shape of You of higher quality and of higher authenticity than Praying or Million Reasons? In what world? In what world is that song of higher quality or of higher potential than Praying or Million Reasons? Which, mind you, for Praying, Kesha had to go through hell. She went in and out of hell to get that song done and to even be able to release it. And Gaga with Million Reasons, she had to go through a huge heartbreak to get that song out, and it's such a beautiful song. It truly is a beautiful, beautiful song. Even Praying or Pink's What About Us is also just such a beautiful song. I would have been fine with either of those three women winning the award because they truly deserved it. They released such beautiful and powerful songs that moved me. A Million Reasons definitely, still to this day, every time I listen to it, I get a bit emotional, a bit teary, even with Praying as well. You know, and Praying was also just such a huge, vocally incredible song for Kesha. You know, she hit that super high note, which she hasn't been able to do ever since, but she did it, and it sounds amazing and incredible. Or Gaga with Million Reasons, who truly pours her heart and soul into the album. But in what world does the Recording Academy think that Shape of You has a higher quality or higher potential than those three incredibly amazing songs that, mind you, Million Reasons was written entirely by Gaga, Praying was co-written by Kesha, and Pink co-wrote What About Us. Not sure about Pink if she wrote it entirely, I just know that she co-wrote it, but Gaga wrote Million Reasons entirely. And yeah, Ed did write Shape of You, but I mean, I get it. He wrote Shape of You, but it's not like a song that I would see winning any awards because it's not a deep song like those three are. It's not a deep song, and it's not something that's meaningful and soulful and that has, you know, a lot of heart into it. The song, to break it down to the simplest form possible without all of these lyrical pivots that he uses, the song is about a guy who gets turned on by a girl and wants to take her out, and you know how the rest of the story goes. It's in every song that every guy does in pop music. And every woman as well. Well, not every woman, but a lot of women do that type of story as well too, but it's the other way around. But I just don't see it. And also, Gaga was robbed, Lana Del Rey was robbed, and Kesha was robbed of that pop vocal album as well. Divide, really? Out of Rainbow, Lust for Life, which I haven't heard, and Joanne, Divide got the pop vocal album? Really? That album? And look, I've heard the majority of the album. I haven't heard the entire album. I've heard the majority of the album. Yes, it's a good album. It's a great album. But I mean, come on. They robbed Kesha and they robbed Gaga hard. Gaga, I would have accepted even Kesha or Gaga or even Lana Del Rey. I would have accepted any of those three talented women to have won that award. Especially Gaga with Joanne, which was just such... It was, I think, one of her most vulnerable and personal records to date, and it was just so soulful and so personal, and she dove into the depths of her family and her growing up with, you know, this tragedy that happened in her personal life. And Kesha, you know, who, like I said, went through hell for this album. I just still cannot believe they were robbed hard. A lot of people this year were robbed incredibly hard. Taylor was robbed too, of I Don't Want to Live Forever to Moana. She was robbed to Moana. And then Better Man didn't get the justice it deserved. Better Man is a beautiful song that Taylor wrote all by herself. Mind you, she wrote it entirely by herself. The CMA she won on her own because she was the only writer within it, and she was robbed too. She was robbed. So many people were robbed, honestly. It was just horrible. And I think the worst part of it all was the promotion that the Grammys used for the telecast, was because they were using all of these big names. They were using Gaga in the posters, and they were using so many other people in the advertisements, people who were nominated, like her and like Kesha and like Pink, and then to only use them for publicity. Even Lorde was robbed too of the album of the year. Really? 24 Karat Magic? Really? That album, it's a 9-song album. It's a 9-song album that lacks something that Lorde's album really just transpires in, which is depth. It lacks depth. Lorde's album, I listen to it every single time. I cannot listen to one song from the album. I have to listen to the entire album in a tone, because it's a beautiful work of art. It was made incredible, and it took her 3 years of her life from 19 until now to make that beautiful record, and it truly just resonates with me, and it's so incredibly well made, and it's beautiful, and it's a masterpiece that truly you know, that truly allow her to make her mark in the music industry. And that's why I absolutely thought that album was going to win Album of the Year. I would have even been fine with Jay-Z winning Album of the Year. He took out a great album as well. But they give it to Bruno Mars. Really? Really? Now, the one thing I was kind of happy about was that Despacito didn't win anything else. I was kind of happy about that because I didn't want them to win anything because that song is so stupid. I'm sick and tired of hearing it all the time. But like I said, so many people were robbed. So many people were victims of thievery by the Recording Academy, and I just cannot believe it. I cannot believe it, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. I think I expressed everything I had to say. Is people were robbed. These incredibly talented performers who have put in so much of their lives into creating beautiful works of art were robbed, and I just cannot believe it. I'm stunned, I'm disgusted, I'm horrified, I'm mortified. I just hope next year Taylor takes it all. I hope next year she takes it all. I hope they nominate her at least. I really do hope they nominate her, and I really do hope the Grammys step up their game next year. And I'm sure, you know, if a lot of you, well, I'm sure a lot of you are already talking about it. They're gonna probably do some changes to next year's Grammys. But anyways, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think these women were snubbed? Is it snub? Yeah. Do you think that these women were snubbed? Do you think that the Grammys just use them for publicity to get more views because last year they had a really low view rating? Or do you think that the winners were worth it and that, you know, everything should be how it is? Let me know down below, and as well subscribe if you're new, and press the little bell button to get post notifications when I upload a new video every single day, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.